Attorney Menchaca, let's talk about the EB-5 visa. Can you answer some frequently asked questions?
Absolutely, go.
What exactly is an EB-5 visa?
The term EB-5 visa is actually a misnomer. EB-5 is actually a category of priorities used to apply for the green card, and it's a very high priority. So people who apply through the EB-5 to get a green card usually have a faster processing time than other people who apply for the green card.
Earlier you mentioned something along the lines as a regional center or sometimes called an investment fund. What exactly is that?
There's investment funds specifically designed for you to apply for your EB-5. Most traditional investment funds that you've heard about from your bank or from Wall Street on the news, they tend to have one goal in mind. The goal is to make money. These regional centers for the EB-5 actually have two goals. They try to make money and they try to create the jobs that you need to qualify for the EB-5. Okay, so they work a little differently. So there's about 1,000 of these regional centers out there that you can invest your money in, and you're just gonna go invest with them. They create the jobs for you. In other words, you're delegating the administration and the job creation to a third party so that you don't have to do it yourself.
I see. So for example, if I do decide to invest my money in an investment fund, when would I get my $500,000 investment back?
Oh, great question, right? That's what everybody wants to know. So look, it goes like this. It varies by investment center. So some regional centers will say, look, you're gonna invest your money here for a certain period of time. Some request longer, some request shorter. But on the average, most of them ask that you keep your money invested there for 5 years. So you can't take it out for 5 years. At the end of those 5 years, you're eligible to withdraw your funds.
So for example, if I would like to invest in my own business, such as a McDonald's franchise, would I be able to apply for the EB-5 visa?
Absolutely. The law lets you invest in one of two ways, in your own business or in a regional center, one of these EB-5 investment funds. Now, let me explain the differences between the two. If you invest in your own business, you invest $500,000 or $1 million, depending on the geographic area. If you invest in a regional center, it's the same rule, $500,000 or $1 million, depending on the geographic area. Now, job creation is where it gets tricky. In your own business, the government says, look, you can get credit for creating 10 jobs when those 10 jobs are on your payroll, on the payroll of your company, okay? So if you have external employees, such as a CPA, a marketing company, lawyers, engineers, people that are not directly on your payroll, but that work with you essentially, the government says the external ones don't count. The only ones that count towards the 10 jobs are the ones directly on your payroll. On the other hand, if you're investing in a regional center, it's a lot easier to get to 10. The rules are a lot more liberal, more lenient. So the rules say this when you invest in a regional center. Direct job creation that your money has, okay? Any jobs that the regional center creates on the project's payroll count. And we're also gonna count indirect job creation. We're gonna count any external jobs that you create. So your CPAs, your engineers, your lawyers, construction workers, etc., get counted towards that 10 job creation. So it's a lot easier to count to 10, to get to 10 in a regional center than it is in your own job, in your own business, okay?
I see.
So in summary, the way I would describe this is, look, if you invest in your own business, you invest your money, your time, and your energy. If you invest in a regional center, all you do is invest your money.
That sounds excellent. So most of your clients, I bet, would go through the regional center.
Absolutely. Most of my clients go through a regional center, and most of the people throughout the country that apply for this do it through a regional center. Like more than 90% of everybody who's ever applied for an EB-5 does it through a regional center because of the convenience.
I see. Thank you, Attorney Menchaca.
My pleasure.